Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and it's Old Spice today. Yes, I've had this for a while, and it's probably about a quarter left in there. And this, of course, is brand spanking new. You saw it on the unboxing this week. It's still taped on the end. In fact, let's undo that so we can pull it out of the box here. There we go. Cut the tape. The box, yeah, has been a little beat up. Came in an Amazon envelope, so yeah, not oops, and there goes my sink on. Sorry, put that on there. Sorry, I just sink was draining and I just wasn't realizing it. Oops, I didn't tape on the sides too. So okay, let's just rip it open then. Good enough. There we go. Rip that box open. Rip it open. Take out. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the box again. So yeah. So there, yeah, a little Old Spice cream. Never used it. Never have used it. So, yeah. I like that it says, smell like a man. Yes, a man. Does it smell like the aftershave? Oh, kind of hard to tell. There's a little safety cap thingy on there. I'll have to get that off there first. Or is it? Nope, no, there's not. Okay, no, there's cream in the end. Okay. Well, it's very light. It's very light. Can't quite tell. Once we get it out of the tube and whip it up, then we'll be able to tell. But there you go. So let me pause and get this in a bowl and whip it up and wash the face and all that, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, guys, I am back. Face is washed. Can't tell with a black t-shirt. You can't see the wetness. Got a Harley Davidson t-shirt on today, so yeah, you can see my Harley Davidson t-shirt. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing today. So getting ready to do some putting the cabinet together in the kitchen is my plan for today. It's like the last piece. That and just doing a little bit of trim work around one of the cabinets is the level finish up my kitchen project, which I didn't really work on last week. Okay, very light scent. This does not smell like the aftershave. It does not. It smells like it's a soap scent basically. It doesn't smell too heavily scented really at all. Probably about a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 1. It's very, very mild, light, just soapy. That's all. That's all I get out of it. And I was, of course, first time using it, I did 2 shakes and a squeeze. Yes, I did the squeeze part because I didn't want to put in too much water. But then I had to add water a couple of times. And it's a little drippy. Didn't whip up, with lots of volumes of soap. But still, I mean, there's still plenty. There's still plenty for, full 3 passes. Not even an issue. So it'll get the job done. Yes, it will. I can tell that way as far as what it does. Leather up to be, yeah, good enough. And of course, we're using the Edwin Jagger DE89 first razor I ever owned. Wipe that off a little bit. And let's put a blade in it before I go too much further. So I'm screwing the cap off here. Put that down. Of course, you can see what the classic Edwin Jagger looks like. Gillette SilverBlue. I know, you're shocked. I know, my favorite blade, yeah. All right, there we go. Get that all. 2 layers. It's got an inner wax paper layer too, as well as a paper layer. And yes, it does have the little glue stuff on it, so yeah, okay. So put that in there. Sorry, I'm putting it down low so I can see it. Put the bottom base plate on there. Squeeze it down. Screw on a handle. This is not the handle it came with, of course. You've heard me say that many times. It's a handle I think I got off of it came off my Game Changers. That's what I did. Actually, the one that originally came with my Game Changer. I put it on this instead. Wonderful knurling on it. Easy to hold on to. So pass 1. 3 days growth. I haven't shaved since Wednesday. I worked a different schedule this week at the office for the days I went in. So yeah, I haven't shaved since Wednesday. And no, I'm not gonna, you're still waiting for me, I know, to cut the mustache in half. Haven't done that yet, and I didn't want to do it on a new shave cream either, so that's why I'm doing it today. This is week 3 of growing the facial hair. So by next week, it's fully grown. By next week, I'm starting to trim. Next week, it'll be 4 weeks old, and I set my trimmer on a 3.5 is usually what I do to trim it all up. That's how I handle it. And of course, by then, so if I'm using a better soap next week, then yeah, then I will trim this down and shave underneath the nose that you're used to seeing me do last spring, summer. Get this up in here a little bit. There we go. There. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. There we go. Get myself in. Here we are. Pass 2 across the grain. And Edwin Jagger did that 3 days growth on the first pass very well. I tell you, you can't go wrong with an Edwin Jagger razor. If you're only buying one razor, you have no plans to go down the rabbit hole like me and many others and buy lots of stuff. If you want one razor, one soap, that type of thing, highly recommend an Edwin Jagger just because of its functionality. It's not so ultra mild type of thing that you can't use it for multiple days, and yet it's not so harsh either that you can't use it every day either. It's a good everyday razor. I used it for every day for years before I started, buying multiple pieces of equipment for shaving. Of course, what's the brush? The brush was one it's one of those builder brushes I think I got out of Razor Rock. I think that's where it came from. It's got this nice little splash of like a red orange at the bottom. It's kind of a purpley blue, and yeah. And you bought the pieces separately. You bought the glue. You put the knot in the handle yourself, and it's seated all the way to the bottom. I didn't feel like I needed to put a coin in it. It wasn't that deep, but yes, it went together well, and yeah, I enjoy it. So here we go, pass 3 with the Edwin Jagger, and that knurling. Of course, it's got that like little knurling too, and that's kind of what I hold on to. Is like the fingers kind of go in the smooth part, and then just kind of hold it in there. So yes, I'm liking that. Something to hold on to in the third pass when you're upside down like this. And I still remember the first day I ever shaved with this razor and did that third pass and was so amazed at how smooth a shave I had and never had before ever in my life. So it's like it was so good. Never have gone back. Alrighty. Nice light touch with the razor. Now, would I recommend an Edwin Jagger for like a full 7 days growth? No. Yeah, I mean, you can do it. If that's all you got, that's what you got. And if you don't have electric trimmers to help knock it down or anything, then yeah, that's what you got. So yeah, it wouldn't be a great shave, that one. The next day would be better. But yeah, it would do the job in that respect. You could get away with doing it that way because that's what you got. So yeah. I mean, yeah, I got so much that, yeah, I'm going to use an aggressive open comb, so I'm going to do it in 7 days, growth. Because I've got it. But if you don't want to get it, so you have all that, you don't want to have all that complication to have multiple razors and all that. Yeah, this will get you done very well. Now, yes, it is like twice the price of like the Gillette that you can buy from Walgreens. Yes, it is. And you're gonna order it, from like Amazon or from one of the many artisans that sell this stuff, like Italian Barber, Maggard's, West Coast Shaving. I know there's a northern one too, based out of Boston. I can't remember the name of it. And there's many others. Italian Barber. There's all those places that you could buy one of these. So yeah, it is twice the price, but having said that too, it's just that the dynamics of the head, the way it works, the way how smooth it is, the smooth shave that I get, comfort level of it. All those things come together. I like this, and comparing it to the Gillette, yes, I do like this a tick more. It's a small tick, but it's still, I like this a tick more. Do I badmouth the Gillette? Not at all. Got one myself. I use it, yes. It's just that this just does it for me. I mean, yes, I changed the handle too, so that technically adds expense as well. So and that's like, because I personalized it to me. I didn't care for the handle it came with. Getting into it, didn't know any better, but found out I could change the handle, so it makes it, instead of selling it off, I could keep it and for the expense of a handle. So yeah, so that's what I've done. And this razor is, well, the razor head is the whole, this one I have. So it's, I'm trying to remember when I got into this, I think like 13, 14 years ago, something like that. So this is how old that is. Still going strong, still going strong. We plan on handing it down to whomever. Oops, I'll stop running water here, but let me pause, wash the face, I'll get all this off and clean up the equipment, and I'll be back in just a few. Okay guys, I am back. I'm gonna turn on cold water here. I just washed off with warm water and a washcloth to get the residual soap off my face. Now it's important to close the pores with 2 splashes of cold water. I'm doing that now. Towel, using the Shave Nation alum block. It comes in like the little deodorant stick type container. Loving that container. It's just easy to hold on to. Lots of it's lasted forever. I've had it for a while. I'm sure this is at least 2 years old if it's a day, if not more. And I still got plenty more to go. I bet I can go all year. I bet I can go through December this year with this and still have it left. That's how wonderful it lasts. My old alum block I had a little bit left in it still, and it's the one on the I got it from Razor Rock, but you get it elsewhere. It's the more round one on a little bit plastic base and it has a little screw-on dome cap. I saved that for travel because it's it's small now and light, so a little bit left, but yeah, it's still good for travel. And you don't really see me use, I'll just point this out, you don't see me use witch hazel anymore. You don't see me like post shave, you see me rinse off and use the alum. I don't use this instead of the alum. I use this actually as a facial wash, and I'll be actually wiping down my forehead with it and what have you, my nose and what have you with that off camera. But yeah, I just don't use it on the face anymore. I really prefer the alum. Any kind of nicks or blemishes or anything you have, I just like that better. Personal choice. I know there's guys who just use exclusively the witch hazel. Awesome. So that's what you like. Cool. But the thing about this is you find what you like, and you use that. So I did that. Okay. So, and of course this Edwin Jagger, I wiped it off now. I rinsed it off in warm water and dried it off quickly. Yeah, I could have done a better job on the top cap. And yes, I mean, over the years you can see there are micro scratches in there. There are in the chrome, but it's because it's as old as it is too. So it's like, yeah. Now, Old Spice, and this is the current Old Spice. It's not the old Chilton's one. I don't have one of those old ones. I don't believe in using the old stuff. That's my personal choice. Some of you guys love to get that old vintage stuff. I don't. I worked in a perfume factory. Yeah, not into that. Saw the testing that goes on. So yeah, the testing lab was right next to my office in the early days of me working for the local perfume factory. So yeah, seeing their results and stuff is like, yeah, I'm not using old stuff. this is me. So, but I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's not for me. So there we go. So yeah, if you're loving the old vintage stuff, then yes, awesome. All right, just dry my hands off a little bit more. Sorry about that. Got that nice Old Spice, and I mean, it's funny too. High school for me was a long time ago, but this was a mainstay. It's kind of what I got. Got it for Christmas. Your parents gave it to you at Christmas when you're a teenager, and this is kind of one of my staples. This and English leather is kind of what I used going through high school as my aftershave. There we go. The aftershave is drying down. Smelling good, feeling good, nice smooth shave. Just can't go wrong. Just simple, and then say that Old Spice shave cream worked very well. It has just no really scent added to it. Just kind of a creamy, soapy scent, but it certainly did. Well, you saw me splash on water for my buffing pass. I didn't have to add more. It had the residual slickness was enough. Not as much as some have been, but it was enough, especially because this isn't really an aggressive razor at all. This is a mild razor. It is. It's on the more medium side of mild. It's still mild. It's a mild razor. It's not medium. It's not, it doesn't have that kind of aggression in it. All day long, smooth, easy to deal with. Just really enjoy it. Enjoyed the Old Spice cream. Enjoyed, of course, the Old Spice aftershave, and all the accoutrements. The local artisans pottery bowl that I use for whipping off lather. So yeah, nice day for me. I'd say a nice shave. I enjoyed it, so I hope you did too. And with that, go with God.